great. It's be a coach, mindset and transformation coach, with a mission and a purpose to help women who have suffered from trauma, and also those men who really feel the need, who are bold enough to acknowledge the pain, acknowledge, the trauma, and say, I need help to heal, and welcome to this community. If it's the first time, if you're new to the community, if I haven't welcomed you, welcome, welcome, welcome. Feel at home. So tonight, I want us to have a conversation, and I've been thinking, deeply thinking, meditating, and then the whole of this year, the word conversation has been really resonating with me as kind of a model, as kind of a must do. We're going to be having more conversations. We're going to be having more conversation, not with the world, but with ourselves. Why do I say that we must have a conversation or have conversations? It's like we are focused too much on the external. We've been focused too much on the wrong thing. Therefore, our energy is being directing to the wrong thing. And as the result, we are tired. As the result, we are more stressful than ever. As the result, we are not happy with ourselves. Right now, the world is facing a crisis. Right now, everybody is freaking out. Excuse my French. Right now, everybody is looking outside seeking for help. Right now, everybody is in lockdown, literally like quarantine. Everybody is locked in. When you thought that thing was happening here in the US, that it would not happen in Europe or Africa, now it's worldwide. And of course, the Christian in me, the believer in me, and on top of that, a coach with that mission to teach you how to heal, to help you heal, to guide you, to hold your hand, to become the best version of you. My mission become even bigger and deeper. And even like I would say that more meaningful and more intentional as we're facing this earth or global world crisis. I made a post earlier on the community saying that instead of looking around, focusing and freaking out about jobs, freaking out about this and that, freaking about the economy, which is the consequences, and focusing your time on the news on social media to see the evolution of the coronavirus. That's what we're talking about. Which is whether you're looking or not, it's evolving. People are dying every single hours. I want you to focus on you. I want you to like take, if you can, thing and then push a remote control to everything happening outside. Make like a little pause, like little pause. As you're watching live and as you're watching replay, I want you to write down pause. I want you really to stop everything and then just make a pause and then ask you that question. What am I becoming? Where am I going? Who am I? How do I want to feel at the end of this experience? We've been talking about being intentional about our life, being intentional about our thoughts, being intentional about what we eat, being intentional about our different environment that we are in. And most of the time, the reason of our stress is literally related to the things coming from outside of ourselves. I am speaking from experience. I remember, still remember, like really like yesterday, the time when I was going through trauma, deep trauma, still fresh, brand new, where I will not be acknowledging, where I'll be in the denial mode, which I call the denial mode, to refuse to accept, okay, that it even has happened. I share my story with you guys. I share my story with you guys, not like I'm bored. I share my story with you guys to understand that where I'm coming from. I share my story so you guys can see the evolvement, so you can see the evolution, so you guys can see exactly where I'm coming from. The deny was a part for me. I was suffering inside, but yet I did not want the outside world to see me crying, to see me in pain, to see me like miserable. Why? Because I wanted to pretend that everything was okay. And that is the image, the mask, okay, that a lot of us have been holding for years. Right now, literally the world is shut down. It's like one of my friends posted like, okay, the earth is shut down for reparation. Literally. It's been raining, pouring, raining, and I'm like, oh my God, it's blessing, blessing upon blessing. Because again, I see the rain as, as a washing. There have been so many attitudes that we've been having, so many wrong thoughts, so many actions toward each other, so many things, even as a believer in the churches, in communities that we're not supposed to be having. Instead of loving each other, instead of nurturing each other with the energy of love, we are using the opposite energy, which is the energy of hate. And I don't like to use that word. When you hear me talking, I avoid that H. I usually say the H verb. And whatever we are feeding, whatever we're sending out to the universe, it's coming out right back to us. And so many things happening around us. It's time to stop, like I say, and refocus on you. Who are you becoming in that process? Because again, winter doesn't last long. Before we know, we're going to talk about the coronavirus in the past. Who are you becoming? Who are you? Where are you going? What are the intention that you're putting into that coronavirus? Because again, crises have there's two way of seeing it. You're either gonna thrive, all right, or you're gonna be in the mental survival mode. So you in this community, because I believe you wanna try. One of the best tool, one of the best way to kind of equip yourself and protect yourself and arm yourself and make yourself stronger after the crisis is to make sure that you stop and you focus on you. Right now, I just share up with you guys. The crisis came, but knowing my intention, knowing what I've been doing for years, my personal routine, spiritual routine has not changed because of the crisis. I still open, I still wake up mostly at the same time. I still have my meditation. I mean, I share with you guys. I still read my word. I still exercise. I still do what I have to do to feed me. Because again, you are the most important part of this world. Your house is not going to function if you're not okay. Your business won't thrive if you're okay. The book is not going to be written by itself. It needs you there. So whatever you kill yourself, literally stress because you panic, because you just like you're feeding yourself too much outside and focusing on, because right now we're talking about social distance, distance, like I say, but we also need to do social media distance, and that's the truth. Why? Because you need to protect your energy. Because you need to make sure that you don't letting yourself be filled, okay, by so much negativity. Because that's what it is. Every 5 seconds, whatever you go on YouTube, WhatsApp, whatever you are, whatever social media, the media make sure that they're putting in front of you the growing up. I mean, the thing, the virus is right in your face. I'm sure a lot of people are probably having nightmare about the coronavirus. That's how viral it is. But distancing yourself, trying to have kind of moments, not being too much exposed to that negativity, because there's already enough negativity, you are protecting yourself. So number one, that's your thing, making sure that you are staying as much as you can, unless you have planned schedule to go in live, but avoid to be as much exposed on social media. And number two, take care of yourself. Make sure that you are eating the proper amount of food, the proper quality of food. Right now, you probably see that on my feeds and stuff. I'm doing the Mother Day cleanse that I do at the beginning of each season. I haven't changed Coronavirus did not interrupt my cycle, did not interrupt my plan, because I vowed to live intentionally. To be able to have the strength to keep on going what I'm doing after the virus or after whatever crisis that happened in my life, I have to be okay. I have to be healthy inside to be able to have the energy to keep on producing, to keep on creating, to keep on serving. So take care of you. The next one, when you're panicking, when you're wondering about the hours of work that is being cut down, I want you to take that moment to rest. I want you to really pause. Take a moment on that. You have 24 hours. Some were working like 10, 18 hours a day, like literally no break. Now you have the opportunity to take a nap. Take a nap. Just like the same time you're putting your baby to bed, if you still have young kids, take a nap. 30 minutes, 1 hour, if you can, max, or whatever amount of rest that you need. You need to rest and take advantage of this great opportunity to renew you, because you're going to need that energy. You're going to need that vitality. You're going to need your body. That is the number one tool that we have the tendency to neglect. So take some time to rest. Have the proper amount of sleep. Go to sleep on sometimes, so at least you can have 6 to 8 hours of sleep. I think we will probably have a video on that, but it's good, by repetition. Repetition create a relation. So you need to kind of keep in and listen to, even come back to those videos. It's time. If you have never watched the all videos, come and listen to those videos and learn again, learn again. Keep nurturing your brain with the correct amount of knowledge. Okay. And of course, the last one, and it's probably the most important that I always tell you, is to make sure that you are eating well. You need to eat well. You need to make sure that you're not just sitting and eating pizza and watching Netflix the whole day and not doing anything, not being watchful or meaningful, mindful, or whatever you feed in your body. I always say that the body is our number one model, but yet we treat it like trash most of the time. Why? Because we put in the wrong fear. And then we are wondering the reason why we're suffering, why we're depressed, why we have a skin breakdown, when we have, we always have mental breakdown. Why? Because we don't have the proper energy. And God gave us energy. God gave us energy. Natural energy. It's right there in the food. So make sure that, and of course, we all have choices. If you're feeding yourself on processed food 100% all the time, don't be surprised that you're always in a crap mode. I'm telling you, the moment you pay attention to what you're eating, 80% of your pain, physical pain, 80% of those people who are complaining, that will be reduced. Why? Because you are feeding your brain, you are feeding your body with the proper nutrient. You take time to select the fuel that you put in your car. You make sure that you don't put the wrong fuel. Yet, your body, that is the number one model, you neglect it. So I want you in this season, instead of sitting and looking around, I want you to do those things that I told you. First one, make sure that you have some time away from social media. Don't consume too much for your brain, for your body, for your sanity. Stay away from social media as much as you can, unless you have a purposely, intentionally task to do for your business, for your family. Other than that, limit your time, your exposure to those news. And number two, make sure that you are feeding your body with the proper nutrient. Number three, make sure that you have the correct amount of sleep, because you need it. Take some rest. All right, take some rest. You're gonna need it. You're gonna need it. So tell me, what how are you making this time valuable? How are you really focusing on you right now? What are you doing so that you're maintaining your mind, your brain, of course. And of course, I forgot one thing: exercise, move. I share an app. It's called Steps. Let me show you that. Steps. That's what it's called. Okay, I don't know if you can see that. It's like a little green little thing. But yeah, use that. There's an app that my sister was a personal trainer introduced to me, and I love it. So you might not be going out to the gym. The gyms are locked down. Everything is locked. So you can be walking in your living room as you're going up and down and getting your body moved. Don't sit more than 2 hours on the sofa watching Netflix. That's not good for your brain. That's not good for your mind. That's not good for your body and your emotion. You need to move. We are being created with joints so we can move. So I love you guys. I hope you're gonna be watching. And then if you're watching your replay, tell me what are you doing? What strategy are you using to maintain your mind? But I want you to take advantage of this season and focus on you because you deserve it, because you are the most important part of the universe. And in order for you to heal, you need to be intentional about how you become in that process, okay? And don't forget, of course, there is that masterclass, okay, that is available, wellness, healing, okay, and self-care, where we can have further, of course, advice and have meaningful, better, thriving conversation. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time. Don't forget to comment. What are you doing right now to maintain that sanity to take care of you? Okay. I love you guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.